Hi, I'm Carcino.
Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. To go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. And we're back. Back to the tragic. Back to the tragedy of Macbeth. Man, this is awful. This is absolute awful. I could not foresee anything that would be this bad to me. If I was a parent, this would be the ultimate failure for me. I would have felt like I failed as a parent. I would. This is something that it has caught the attention of many people around the world. It has caught the attention of those who are sitting at home, and everybody's blaming the mother because she did this with Russell Simmons when she was 21 and he was like in his 50s. This is another case. She's 21 years old and he's 65. This is his baby daughter, Aoki Lee Simmons, daughter of used to be multi-millionaire, record, Def Jam Records, Fat Farm, Baby Fat, all of these things that he was attached to, business entrepreneur Russell Simmons and his wife, Kimora Lee Simmons. Oh, we have a Patreon version that's going to really explain and kind of bring this thing home to where it should be. Yeah, she has daddy issues. She has a lot more issues than that. Oh, Kimora and Russell are 18 years apart. That's still screwed up, but I get it. You was the first to tell me about this? I don't think so, Richie. I don't think you were. I've known about this for about 2 days now. So I just decided today would be the time to do it. But this doesn't surprise me because this exposes the underworld. The only reason why this is not going to last now is because this was supposed to be in secret. This was supposed to be in private. That's why they were way out in St. Bart's doing this. This was not to be in the public eye. Now, here's the part where it gets crazy and just shocking to the point where you're just disgusted. You don't even know why this is happening. This man is a multi-millionaire, owns a chain of restaurants. But what's more disgusting than this is the fact that she is a Harvard graduate. She went to Harvard University. Not everybody can go to Harvard. She goes to Harvard and graduates from Harvard. Now, when you look at this and you say to yourself, okay, I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, it was so much craziness going on at that time. She went to Harvard and then she decided to go into, it's a lot of stuff I can't say here that I got to do on the Patreon because I'm borderline making this a mess if I do, and risking them doing all kind of stuff. But this is like the movie John Wick. There's an underground world. And I will tell y'all this, the modeling agency is what I tried to tell y'all. It's not women walking down the catwalk. Okay? These women walking down the catwalk ain't selling that bathing suit. They're not selling the product. To the women, maybe, if they're there, it's like meat on a platter that's going up and down, and all of these multimillionaires and sickos, billionaires, are sitting there watching young dumbass go back and forth on the stage. She came out to try to explain why to the fans. Why would a Harvard graduate decide to become a model and endure that life? And she was like, I love it. I love being a model. I want to do. No. Accord. Aoki, Akoi, whatever you want to call yourself. You're doing it because even as a Harvard graduate, you're going to have to work in life. You're going to have to work. And you don't want to work. Not that kind of work. You grew up as a millionaire brat. You grew up rich. And you grew up accustomed to a certain lifestyle. So this is why you chose. Hey, honey, I see you. One Sheen, I see you. This is why you chose this life. You chose this profession. You chose this direction with your life. Why people are so alarmed is because they see this for young Black women and they looking at it like your life is in danger or someone's using you. We're going to go into all of that on the Patreon. We're going to go, I'll tell you what's really going on here. But let's just stay with what's on the surface. On the surface, this is a multimillionaire restaurateur who's 65 years old, taking a 21-year-old girl to St. Bart's. It was so bad, she wants to do a live stream. She never addresses this man or his age, but says this is a friend. And what was even more cringe, than anything we could ever imagine was seeing the photo, this photo basically right here. This photo to me was the most cringe out of all the things that they show. Oh, Sharon, it's consensual, so who cares? The perception of the general public cares. And believe me, his clients in a restaurateur division, where it's mostly families that come there, they're going to look at him as disgusting. So this hurts his business. He's a multimillionaire. See, you don't understand how this really works yet, and it's unfortunate. But she came out, did a live stream to try to do damage control because he's livid that this thing went the way it did. He's not supposed to be on the cover of Entertainment Tonight. He's not supposed to be headlining. But what was more cringe than anything was look at her face. She looks like she doesn't even want to be there. Now, she's more embarrassed than he is. No, he's more embarrassed. Trust me, he's mad right now. That's why she had to do a live stream video saying that this is just a friend of mine. Why do you think she had to do the video? Someone was on St. Bart's spying on someone else and ran into these people. And they thought, whoa, that's disgusting. And they found out who she was and who this guy was. They just saw, if you were walking by and you looked at this picture, you saw this man getting romantic with this girl, you would look and say, this looks weird. I know it happens though, and it seems to happen more like this than you've seen in life. I've seen older guys be with models all the time. That's because I just told you, I know how this business works. That's how Russell Simmons found all the women he dated. All the girls he was great dating was models. He would always be on the runway. That's how he got Kimora. This is but this thing goes a little bit deeper. And when we get to the Patreon, the Casino for Life Patreon, we're gonna really go deeper into the mental problems of what's going on here. Now, here I got to stay on the surface because, you're dealing with a young girl, you're dealing with, trafficking stuff. So we're going to have to go into the Patreon and get into all of that, talking about trafficking and all that, She's looking like he stinks. She's a grown woman. Yes, she's 21 years of age, a Harvard graduate, choosing this lifestyle. We don't have the same energy when it's the other way around. Yeah, this is the other way around. That's weird that you say this because this is what we're talking about now is the one we normally say it's okay with. That's the thing. You don't have the same energy when it's the other way around. This is the other way around, and we got the same energy. When it's a woman doing that with a man, everybody freaks out. So this is exactly of us doing keeping that same energy. Oh, thank you. The guy who made it is gonna love that. Thank you. Yeah, I had nothing to do with that intro. He made an original one that didn't have any photos in it. I was like, man, you gotta have some videos in there or something. So I didn't tell him what videos to use. He just went and just grabbed some, and there it was. He just took it. I sound like the media. Well, if you knew what I knew, buddy, and if you was on the Carsino for Life Patreon, you're gonna get ready to hear some stuff that's gonna make a lot of sense to you. You sound like the media. Oh no, buddy. This is what you think is just the media is what's really happening in the world and been happening. They just try not to tell you as much to bring attention to it. These things are really, really like it's bad. She's the youngest daughter. That's his baby girl. But she's the one that's the most damaged. His oldest daughter is 24 and she works at like restaurants. She's like trying to be a chef. She cooks. So she's in an entirely different world. This one is taking after her mom. She's mentally weak, even though she graduated from Harvard. She wants to be and taken care of. She does not want to be in this world of, I got to work for myself. She was the one on live going off about Russell Simmons not taking care of her. Now, when he publicly blasted his daughter, she's basically getting him back by doing this. Now, we're going to get into that. Who owed money? Who was in the need of money? Was Russ in the need of money? Or was it Kamora Lee? And the daughter was used to get the money. All of these things will be asked once you get to the Patreon and we can get in there. How did these two meet? She's a model. He was somewhere at the event watching her down the walkway. They have the people that put these events together. If someone is interested in one of the girls to be an escort somewhere, they get their information, they communicate, and then they'll say, let me talk to you. They get the girl and say, you have a suitor who's interested. So a suitor would come over and then they will introduce her to the suitor. Models are not just taught to walk down the walkway. They're groomed. They taught how to be around rich, powerful men. There are certain things that you have to know. There are certain things that you have to do. The way you sit at a dinner table, the way you hold a rich person's hand, the way you would grab their pinky finger with your pinky finger. You would never lock your hand in hand with them unless they want that. There's certain techniques that you don't that you don't understand when I keep telling you this is a whole nother world. Just like the John Wick movie, the way they got the underworld right in the middle of your world, you don't know nothing about it, that's them. This thing is darker than what you really know. That's why I can't do it really here on YouTube. We're kind of going into it a little bit more than I want to. But we're going to have to do that on the Patreon because I already know how YouTube is and what they would allow and what they would not allow. Yeah, they would come snatching monetization. They'll do everything. Well, that's the name of the game. But there's a process in this. That's why when I saw it, I knew how bad this really was. And the fact that Entertainment Tonight is picking up on it, I know who's responsible for that. Well, she was mad that her father, who said in a live stream that he's waiting on his daughter to call him. And now she's like, oh, now I know why my dad wants to talk to me now. It's like, oh no, he's just a friend of the family. A friend of the family. A friend of the family that takes you yes, I could say what I want on the Patreon, Mr.com. If you was on there, you would understand already. It would make a lot of sense to you. This is not how you greet a family friend. He doesn't fly you out to St. Bart's. Meanwhile, Diddy is being investigated. Exactly. Sometimes we do live streams on the Patreon, but most of them are videos. So when this video ends, we're going to go right into the Patreon side of things. Right now, I brought a video back up that nobody ever knew about or they just ignored, the murder of Mobb Deep's rapper Prodigy and how he was murdered and nobody seemed to care. Now, looking at this, all of this is cringe. She's not underage, so what's the problem? Well, the problem is she could be with this guy who's 65 years of age, but it screams she doesn't really want to be with this guy who's a multimillionaire. And she graduated with a Harvard MBA. She has a degree, graduated from Harvard University just to do stuff like this. It's like, whoa, what is the problem? This is a major problem. This is a red flag for people that's watching. If you're a mother and you have a daughter that's 21 and they're dating somebody 65, something's wrong here. And he's a multi-millionaire. This does not seem right. It's not like they're in a relationship. Like this is somebody that then met his mom. Her mom is okay with this because this was her lifestyle. This is how she got where she got. And we're going to get into that on the Patreon, because that's another thing. We're going to go down that road when we get there. Kamora's proud. She doesn't judge her children because she grew up in this lifestyle. So for them, this is a normal thing. Except now this man has been completely embarrassed. Yeah, Russ went out to Kimora. He's 18 years older than she was. But hell, she's bigger than him. So it didn't look as bad when she was standing up there next to him. She was like a 6 foot tall giant, and he with this little bitty man. So they looked like they were around the same age when you looked at it. Like we never even knew how old she was or anything. No, he wasn't he was 18 years older though. And they made a life together. What kind of life she's finna have with a dude that's 65? When she's 31, this man might be gone. So that's what I'm saying. Like, what are you talking about? They finna have kids and move in together? Like what are you talking about? Russ was in a full-on relationship with these women. This is just the alarming part of this situation is the look on her face. It looks like she does not want to be there. That's the problem. So it's sad to look at for us. So for everybody saying, well, she's not underage, she's 21. It's not illegal. I guarantee you, and I'm telling you, I know how this works. That's why she went live. It's to try to do damage control, because that guy right now is pissed because he's going through it right now. He's a restaurateur. His name is on the front page of stories. He's going to be on the front page of Star Magazine. He's going to be on the front page of all of these magazines, which is going to be bad for his business. And because it's bad for his business, he's mad at her. Y'all better fix this. So now he's mad. And why would he be doing this? It's because he's paying for this. And with all the attention with Diddy talking about sex work, and then you see this plastered all over the front page. What do you think is going to happen with this guy? What do you know how rich white people are? They all about what the image looks like. They don't want to go in his restaurant and sit down with their families and have a meal, knowing that this is the guy that was out with the young girls and y'all in his restaurant. They're going to evacuate that place. They're going to be like, oh, I can't eat here. This, that guy, yeah, he was with that young girl. Yeah, oh, he's sick. Of course that. And then the husband who don't really care, got to care because his wife cares. You hear, oh, yeah, that's sick, honey. Put the food down. We're leaving. We're leaving now. Can't we eat and leave? No, we gotta leave now. For we've seen in here. Oh yeah. So this is gonna hurt his business. So he's mad about this. That's why she had to go live. She didn't go live just because it was getting a lot of attention. She got live because he was pissed. This is hurting his business. And I'm doing this for you. See, you got to understand, this is no like, this is my girl, my wife. This is something that he's paying for. The why and all of this, well, we'll get into that. As soon as we hit that Patreon. Oh, the Patreon didn't need this story. The Patreon's already rolling. What are you talking about? The Consensual for Life Patreon is already on steroids right now. We got stuff on backlog. Why do I sound like a hypocrite? I'm very interested into hearing why you think I sound like a hypocrite. I love it when somebody else takes someone else's opinion and try to throw it on me. What would make me sound like a hypocrite? What's the youngest girl I would date? It would definitely going to be a 21-year-old. I'm not even 65 and would never think about dating a 21-year-old. I got little baby cousins that's like 21. What the hell would I look like bringing her? Hey, this is my girl. She's 21. I don't even want to have nothing to do with the mindset of a 21-year-old. That's frustrating. Kamora probably introduced them. No, she wouldn't have to. I'm still waiting to hear what's so hypocritical about it. You keep saying, but that's your choice. It's not a buffet. If it was his choice, he would be out in the public, right? Why is he flying out privately to St. Bart's where he thinks no one is there to see him? Actually, he got spotted because somebody else was being watched, and they looked and saw this and said, well, this is cringy. Let's take the pictures and then find out who they are. And when they took the pictures and they found out who both people were, they said, oh my goodness, this is going to be it. And they were able to sell this to everybody that would print it. And everybody's printing it. And we're going to tell you why this is being exploited. He knows this looks bad. That's why he doesn't do it in public. So if this was a relationship, you wouldn't care who knew. But this is something you're shameful of. That's why you're hiding and doing it on the island in St. Bart's. So you know how this makes you look. And now that it's public, it hurts your business. So now you're upset about it. Because now this makes you look like a weird sicko that you are. But now all of this is going to be exploited. But see, here's the thing that's weird, is that they always say we don't call it out when a man and a woman do this. Everybody's been calling this out since it hit. They always say we do this with women. Y'all always attack women. A woman is dating a young man, y'all attack. Y'all don't have no energy for the other way around. Now here it is, we talking about the other way around. Now they say, what I'm trying to do it in reverse. Y'all ain't got no energy when it's the other way. We're like, wait, whoa. Which one is it? He old enough to be her great grandpa. You talking about he old enough to be her grandpa. He old enough to be her great grandpa. Well, if you start looking at it in that, he said, not great, Cena. What's not great? Oh, no. I'm trying to think of how can I continue this without going over some of the Patreon things that I'm going to get in trouble for here. And when you do that, you're opening up Pandora's box for them to start putting you in a shadow ban. And we don't want a shadow ban here. Now, when you look at this photo, Russell said he went live and said he was waiting for a call from his daughter. He refused to talk about the situation, but he says, I think that's my daughter trying to call me, or I'm waiting on a call from my daughter. So yeah, he wants to find out what's going on here. Why is my daughter doing this? We know the reason. He said, no, it's not appropriate. Everybody's been hashtagging like mother, like daughter. Russell Simmons probably right now with a 20-year-old girl. And they saying, we don't see that, but here's the thing, we don't see it. It's not blasted all over the internet. The fact that this is his little daughter doing this, and we know her age, we know his age. We like, what in the world? Oh, are we talking about money to a degree? He's like, I'm 44 and I'm not messing with a 21-year-old. That's my daughter's age. I know when you start messing with kids your daughter's age, you're basically in the middle of doing something that doesn't compute or line up with anything that you should be doing. She's grown. She could do what she wants. Don't care. See, the fact that you say you don't care is the reason this stuff goes on. Because there's something dark and Yeah, there's something real dark about this. Because that's what they say. They go, oh, well, she's 21, so we don't care. They say it was an arrangement. Well, what is good about the arrangement? You see, that's the problem. What is good? What is this arrangement? Like, it's an arrangement. Like, it's okay as long as it's an arrangement. It's not an arrangement. He said people are just slow. Why is people slow? Right, you got some ladies out there like, shoot, I ain't man, go on and get that money, girl. Shoot, what she supposed to do? Date some broke Negro, go on get that money, girl. That's a problem. That is where the problem lies. See, this woman went to school. She grew up rich. She just recently got through doing a rant on her father and saying how they didn't have money and the mom's done this for them, done that for them, and the dad didn't help them out. And he don't talk to us. And then Russ came out and basically told you about his daughter. And everybody jumped on Russ. Oh my goodness. Rich folks problems. Russ is hella out in Bali. Why? That's gonna all be on the Patreon version. Believe me, you're gonna know why. You're gonna know all of this. All of these things here. That's in secret. As I told you, this is a whole secret world, and all this stuff that's going on. It's just weird that now this stuff is being made like public to the rest of the world. Gender divide. How is this a gender divide? This is humanity, is what we're talking about. Inhumane. To me, it's inhumane for this 65-year-old man to be with this 21-year-old kid. To me, that's inhumane. For you to look at this 21-year-old girl and say, I want to take her out of the country. My thing, because it's not genuine. Okay? Like if he loved this girl and he wanted to be with this girl, then why isn't he taking her to a restaurant respectfully? Why isn't he meeting her parents? Why isn't he doing all of these type of things? No, it's not a relationship. This is it is what it is. It's hidden for a reason. Soon as a woman turns 40, men don't see the value. All y'all want a young between 21 and 25. Stop the BS. No, not men, boys. The way they groom these men today, they look at these women like that. But younger men now, they look for women that's older because those are the guys, the women that they grew up watching when they were a young kid. They used to have a crush on them, just how all these like Amber Roses. Amber Rose is almost going on 50 now. You know, she's in her 40s. And these young 20-some-year-olds come in there, oh, Amber Rose. You know, their minds is gone. But everybody else who's her age, men who are her age, don't want her because they know, oh, man, shoot, she's 20 years been in here. I've been knowing Amber Rose. We all didn't hate that. Everybody didn't know her or probably didn't ran through this chick already. So they're not interested in no Amber Rose no more. It's like Drea Michelle. Half these people didn't been with her and then did all kind of stuff with her. So they didn't know her track record. These young kids coming in with money, they thinking like this is a catch. Like this is a Drea Michelle. So they go that route. Ain't no stop. This is what's going on in here in the world. So the younger guys are going after the older women. The older guys, they look at mostly the young girls that's in the strip club because those girls don't judge them as much. They want to be treated like men. They dealing with women that want to play the man role too. And a man don't want that already. They don't want to be emasculated. They don't want a woman that won't let them be men. Women are seen as objects because they're promoted as objects. You're marketed as objects, especially Black women. Black women are objectified. When they show Black women, we're twerking, we're doing all this, and we're doing all the work. You go on the internet and Instagram right now, a girl got her butt out and she trying to make it bounce and doing all this stuff on the gram. And then she want to be treated with respect. It's like, you're going to have to show me some respect. I'm classy. It's like, well, you got your butt out at the restaurant and then get mad if somebody look. And women be at the gym like that. They be working out on some little thing, got her thing zipped down. She got her breasts out doing this, and then she streaming it live. She be streaming it live, and somebody at the gym look over there like, what's going on? She be like, can't even work out here. Oh, they're looking at me. It's like, well, your tits are out. Who ain't gonna look at that? Right. I mean, they be tripping. I'm like, shoot, in about 10 minutes, the general manager of this place gonna have his thing out like he can't take it. I'm like, the general manager of this place is about to fall out. He's gonna go to security room. Security room, I need to go there right now. I need to adjust the cameras. Shoot, I'm like, shoot, this is crazy. That's why I like to go late at night at 4. That's why I like the 24-hour one. Because you go there, they ain't even. Of course she's saying that. Say y'all support Kels and Diddy and Bill Cosby, but judge this. First off, Bill thing was 70 years ago. And the thing is that that was a complete farce and a whole political witch hunt based on political agendas by NBC. Now, Kale's situations, Kale's a sicko. Diddy, well, they were grown. And I don't believe none of the stuff that they did. They did stuff willingly. Now, we're saying that this is a bad sign. Now, they said, well, Diddy was with Cassie. How old was Diddy and how old was Cassie? I have no idea. But I know Diddy ain't 65. Angela Simmons is Russell Simmons' niece. That's Run's daughter, that's not Russell Simmons' daughter. Well, the problem here is psychological. She has a lot of daddy issues, but she has spoiled brat issues. And there's a lot of things that went wrong on the other side of the fence that we're going to get into on the Patreon. But this here is very alarming because when you start looking at the scale of this and the scope of it, when we start saying this is okay, and like, well, she's grown, so it's okay. People, this is funny. It's like, this is what it looked like. It's like, this is what it looked like to me. That's on my last nerve right now. Two pandas. The big panda jumping on the baby panda. Oh my goodness. So everybody started attacking Kimora. Like mother, like daughter. That was hashtag everywhere. But I'm going to tell you why all of that is happening. I'm going to tell you all of this on the Patreon where we won't get in trouble. Saying that here is borderline lawsuits. Who said it was okay? Everybody here in this chat almost. All of you. You saw him up here? She's grown. She's 21. She can do what she want to do. It's not always about you, Misha. We had those people too. We had people that just say, I don't care. I don't even care. She can do what she want to do. I don't care. Because see, the people that say they don't care until it happened to somebody they know, then they're going to care. And they're going to be like, hey, man, we got to stop this. And other people going to say, I don't care. Obviously, that's how they family get down. Now she talking about saying, oh, are you trying to say that I've never sinned before? I probably sinned last night. Now that we thinking about it, shoot, I probably did it last night. Stop judging. I'm not judging. I'm reporting. My judgment to it is my personal view of it is disgusting. But the whole thing is, for most people, It's the mindset. You're not trying to have a relationship with this person. This isn't somebody you saying, hey, this is my new girl and we love each other and we doing it. You keeping her in the dark. you going to St. Bart's. Well, if you want to call it judging, then hell, I'm judge, jury, and executioner then. I tell you right now who care. On this Sunday morning, I tell you who care. And that's that multi-millionaire restaurateur over there. He cares. Oh, he care right now. Because his business is screwed up. Oh, John Favreau over there. So if he treated her with respect, you would be okay with it. I'm not okay with it at all at any level. But if they were really dating and he met the parents and the parents said it was okay and they were okay with it, then that would be seen in a different light of saying, well, they're a couple. You know, it's not what it appears to be or what it looks like to be. Because what it looks like is she don't want to be there, but she has to be there. It doesn't look like something that is genuine. It looks like something else is going on. And we'll get into that on the Patreon. Here, we're not going to get into that because it's a bigger situation that's going on there. There are plenty of girls that are 21 that are drop dead gorgeous. A lot of women, their bodies develop quicker than their minds. You should go listen to the Age Ain't Nothing But a Number song. Your body is like one of the finest in the world, but mentally, you're still a little girl. The girls look so good, but their brains is not ready. I don't know. I'd rather talk to a woman. Their mind is so steady. So here we go. Man, you see some of these women that's on IG, you be like, man, she is bad. Then you turn around and realize, they're like, damn, she's 22, 21? Nah, I don't want that. Because you already know if you're grown already, you would know. See, what you did in your 20s, you're not going to do pretty much in your 30s. You might still do in your 30s, but when you're 40, ain't no way your 40-year-old self going to be doing some of the things you did in your 20s. If you do, then there's a problem there. Body by Fisher, Mind by Mattel. "21 is their prime." You don't really know anybody's prime. Some people bloom late. You don't understand. You don't know. When we was in high school, it was a freshman that came in our senior year, and she had the whole school on lock. Freshman. Oh yeah, she was way advanced. She was a freshman dating dudes that was like in their 20s. She said when she said my boyfriend, I gagged. No, she didn't say this was her boyfriend. See, that's the thing. She didn't say this is her boyfriend. She said this is our friend. That he's not my boyfriend. This is a friend of the family. Like, no, we're just vacationing with a friend of the family. It's like, do you kiss your friend of the family and nobody else in the family's around? He said, at this level, men can make women disappear. Remember the mother in New York that jumped? Here's the problem, though. You can't make this woman disappear. She has a celebrity father and mother. No, she ain't just a woman in New York. The perfect man has good credit and a heart condition. Well, you know your agenda. I ain't dating you. Shoot. Man, I know a woman that gave a guy a heart condition. She married him, was with him, everything. Credit, this dude had apartment complexes. He had like 3-4 apartment complexes. She married him and was cooking him nothing but like fatty foods and everything else while she work out all day and drinking all this green health stuff. She's making him like that's what he want to eat. His doctor told him, man, you cannot eat this stuff no more. He kept on eating it. He had about 3 strokes eating that type of food, and they was like, man, your arteries are clogged up. He was like, I like it. He want that stuff. So he kept eating it. She was trying to kill him. And then his daughters and everything, his kids was like, we got to get that woman away from him. She ruining him. And he is in his damn 70s getting a damn earring. I got me an earring. Getting his ears pierced at 70. You know, he was in a super midlife crisis, but that's what he wanted. He's 70, dating a girl that's in her 30s. Same thing. He had 3 strokes. He was there by his side and was like, I just try to get him to eat the stuff I do, but he don't want to work out. He don't want to do all these things. He's stubborn. You know, it's in his way. They want to blame me. His kids just don't like it. Because I'm like, his son is older than you. But I knew what he was looking at when he got her. You know, she's stacked. She gave up a very good career being a hostess at a TGI Fridays to become his damn wife. So, hey. Well, he was like, what's up with that plate, Keisha? You real slow on that plate, Keisha. Yeah, bring me that hog head cheese. Yeah, and some crackers. And strawberry soda. Bring me some of that hog head cheese. Well, she might be at a Diddy party. You never know. It might be, you might find LeBron there.
Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
They don't judge. They do not judge. That's the thing about a Diddy party. Well, there are a lot of situations out there that just didn't make sense about certain situations in the world that we chose to deal with and address. You know, you have people that uh, that make their own statements on behalf of other people. Then you have other people that make statements based on how they feel about a situation. Now, if I was to sit back and say something on the level of what they were doing, it would look entirely different. You know, you're looking at a situation here that's not funny. Like, it's really a sad situation because you got all of these people looking like, how could this happen? Like, where would she go to meet him? Is her family okay with this? Who would be okay with something like this? Right? It ain't this don't take me as the oh I love him scenario. This was never supposed to be caught by camera. This was never supposed to be videotaped. This was not a we're coming out in public. This isn't a Michael. We were disgusted with Jordan dating Scottie Pippen's wife. We was disgusted by that. Marcus is almost in his 30s. And we were disgusted with it. We thought that was wrong. Okay, let's say y'all saying this is good for her, right? What is she getting out of this but money? What's going to happen to her in her mental state when she's doing things she don't even want to agree with for money at this stage? You think he'll be the only suitor? There'll be other suitors. Why do you think she did a live? I know she did a live. We discussed it the live. And on that live, she indicated that this was a family friend. Where was her mom? Where was her dad? She was taking a trip with a family friend. Where everybody else at? Why are you kissing the family friend? This is how you greet a family friend? Why would a Harvard graduate be a model? That's hustling backwards. You know how many Harvard graduate models there are? None. None. Why? Because people who go to Harvard have they have career ambitions. They're not going to Harvard to say, hey, I graduated from Harvard. Like, oh, sure, she went to Harvard.
Good morning. I'm going to record this, so I'll play it back. So I'll begin early. Not that many people joined my Instagram anyway. A couple of hundred maybe. Let me say this. I was asked to speak about this attack on the founding fathers, and in light of it becoming the 50th birthday of hip-hop, I figured I'd share something because I was asked from a friend. He sent me the comments from the DJ Academics. I don't know who Academics is, but I know that he's popular amongst young people. Let me say this. hip hop has been the founding fathers. Without Hollywood and Chiba and Starsky and Kool Herc and Busy Bee and Love Bug, and without Grandmaster Flash and Grand Wizard Theodore, and without those people, I wouldn't be here. But I was there before there was such thing as records. These are the people who played the parties that Rush Productions promoted. So they are the founding fathers, and they created hip-hop. And no, they didn't all get so much money. But as far as money, hip-hop has been great because it's given people ways to survive, and other people have become extremely rich. I mean, I remember working with artists who were the biggest of the big, and some of them are not so wealthy today. I remember signing paperwork for Jay-Z and Kanye West, and they're pretty rich. So I've seen it all. And I was there before rap records, as I said. And I look at hip-hop as a way to empower others. When you get older, maybe, if you get older, Mr. DJ, you will also look at hip-hop that way. Because in the end, life only gives you a comfortable seat. And memories. And my memories of people like the great Grandmaster Flash and his rapper Melly Mel. Let me see. People in place the bass in your face. You're about to see first place in the rap race. The sounds you hear so good to ear. Have no fear. The great Grandmaster Flash is here, introducing the disco dream on the mean machine. The Darth Vader on the slide Vader. No one. Anyway, I can go on forever. Flash. My memories of him are greater than the yachts I got on. Are greater than the trips I took around the world. My memories of the culture exploding. DJ Hollywood, right now, Mama in Your Neighborhood. Yes, once again, it's Hollywood. Watching that, stuck in my memory today. I'm 65. Right now, I can remember those things a lot more vividly. They made a much greater impression on my heart than all of the stuff that I got. In fact, I've abandoned most of the stuff because it doesn't make me happy. But my memories in hip-hop make me happy, and in fact, they give me a thankfulness, a gratefulness comes from the experiences that I had with these hip-hop artists. LL Cool J and Public Enemy and Slick Rick and De La Soul and Tribe Called Quest and Eric B. and Rakim and Big Daddy Kane and, you know, all of those artists who I work with all the way up until Ludacris and Foxy Brown and, you know, all of that. I've seen all that shit, and I'm still here. And I guess I look good. I have this house I built here in Bali and this hotel next door. And I have a talent agency. In fact, I'm still making artist money because I said that the worth of a man's career is how many people have you made successful. We made hundreds of people, millionaires, many of them. Most of them, so many millionaires. Leo and Cohen, who runs YouTube, and Julie Greenwald, who's the most successful woman in the history of music business, and record label of the year every year, and record executive of the year, Kevin Lyles. These are people who came from the root, and my root is DJ Hollywood, Kool Herc, Eddie Chiba. So don't forget your roots, academics. Is that how you pronounce it? Like the clothing brand? Stop it. Just, you know, pause and be grateful for those who came before you, who built your life. I don't know how wealthy you are, how many boats you float on, how many cars you own. How many people have you made rich? How many people have you made successful who have made their families successful? What have you done for the culture, most importantly? I know Kanye's songs, and I know Drake's songs. I don't know you. I know I sound like Stacey Dash. I don't know you, nigga, at all. I don't know what you made. But I wish you well. God bless you, and Hip Hop 50 is coming, so God bless hip hop. And this is the Yankee hat. Put it on for you. God bless you.
Oh, Fruity Simmons. I mean, Russell Simmons. Get a little confused at times, yeah. Wanted to set the record straight. Fruity Simmons. I mean, Russ. Damn, did I say that right? Mm-hmm. Why did she back out of the Russell Simmons documentary? Well, that's not going to go well for her because he's on that team. What's up, Tamika? There are some young women with mature minds. There are some that think on a level that's way greater than their than their aunties, than they probably their mama. What did you say, LaToya? Was that you with the Iowa game? Was that you? Oh yeah, okay. Well, of course they got screwed. You didn't you didn't understand what happened with UConn? I can tell you that in a heartbeat what happened with UConn. That was ridiculous because number 3 on UConn got screwed. But here's the thing that this topic it's not about UConn and Caitlin. So that's why we're not really, engaging in that. But yes, they got screwed. That screen call was ridiculous. Well, you know what this is about. They want the darling girl to win a championship. So you know what this is about, right? That's the only thing that's missing from her resume. So yeah, UConn got jobbed. We knew what it was. I hope you didn't bet on UConn now, unless you took UConn in the points. But other than that, no. I don't know. Let Russ tell you.
Is this straight? My Adidas. Years ago, my little brother made a song called My Adidas, and that song became so big, so explosive, that it saved the company, Adidas, saved them. They were going to go bankrupt. And they made a deal with Run DMC, and Run DMC got a little piece of the sneakers that they made for Adidas and a check. When it was the biggest check at the time, the biggest check that Adidas had given anybody, and no music person had a license deal like that. We were first. And we saved Adidas. Well, they did. I helped produce the song. My Adidas. And then artists started to realize, and we worked for many years in many industries, realizing the value of our relationship with our consumers. And we worked with many companies, and at one point we actually said, fuck Adidas, and made our own sneakers. And the Fat Classics was selling for $100, and Shell-toe Adidas was selling for $39.99. It was an explosive moment. It led to saving Fat Farm from its own extinction. And then we sold the company, and thank you, $500 million gross in sneakers that we did with the Fat Classics. It's amazing. And the thing that we broke the mold, because we proved that you didn't have to suck up under Adidas or Nike or anybody to sell sneakers, because no one had sold anything but legitimate. Nothing was cool except Nike, perhaps Puma, but not really, and Adidas. That was it. And we would never allow ourselves to own ourselves and do our own shit at all. But we did it. And it was, I remember Damon Dash laughed at me. What kind of corny shit is that, your own sneaker? But we had some vision and some luck, and we got through it. The Dauber family manufactured and sold those sneakers for us, but we owned them. So Kanye is getting free from these people and getting free from I don't know what the fuck, that expensive company that he's the brand. That expensive company. And Kanye is a plus to them. They had to get rid of him, but he was a plus to them because his brand was so strong. So his sneakers, his clothing, he don't need the Gap, he can make his own. He can make his own everything. So he's set to go. It's not hard to make your own shit. So I'm sure he'll do that. And if he ends up owning everything and wanting to manufacture, he can go to some partners. I had many partners. And he said once that he was very jealous of the Jewish community for owning everything. Well, no one owns him. And they can manufacture for him. Make friends with all the partners and all the support systems and empower your community. This is the opportunity. I can't call him because he changed his number. Changes his number more than Kim. I called him a couple months ago, but then now it's no more good, the number. Because if I had a nickel for everyone who asked me, can they call Kanye? Many are fans. He's going to make more money now than ever. He can support more people in the community now than ever before. And his vision, although some of it we don't get, is his vision. It's easy to apologize and right the wrong because he never, whatever he said, he took back. He said, I'm jealous of the Jewish community and their power. He has all the power in the world. He can empower so many people, and he can help to lift his community, which is the thing that probably inspires him. So he can make friends with everyone that he's made rubbed wrong. He could, sometimes the things you say inspire other people to take it a step further. I'm sure that he didn't mean to inspire so much hate because it's not in his heart. It's not in his heart to promote that much hate. So he can fix that. And we're going to buy his sneakers. If he makes new sneakers, if they're expensive, I won't, but you might buy his sneakers. He's a creative man who can change the perception of the relationship between blacks and the manufacturers of anything and everything. He has the resources, he has the support, and he's free. He's a free black man. Can't be destroyed like Teflon. So all the companies that dropped him, good. Now he has no obligations. Now he can build all new. Last thing I'll say is one of the people who called me and asked could they speak to him. Of course, I would never give his number out. But one of the people said, crickets are loud. Kanye, would he ever apologize to the George Floyd family? I'm sure he didn't mean to hurt anybody, but do you remember he gave the $2 million to the George Floyd children? It was in the media. Someone sent me that, the person who asked about it. He sent $2 million. He can do good. And in order for him to grow, he has to learn. And the mistakes he's made, he can fix. But he's free. So, apologize. Well, he said he was jealous. He said certain things. And just move on. Do good. And mend your relationships with your many friends. Steve Rifkin was offended. A lot of your Jewish friends who are good friends of you are offended. Fix that. I know you didn't mean to hurt anybody, and I think that you can say that publicly. It'll be more beneficial to the relationship between blacks and Jews than for them to label you an anti-Semite, which they've done from everybody to Marcus Garvey, to Martin Luther King, to Reverend Sharpton, to Reverend Jackson, to me, to Public Enemy, to Will Smith, to you. They've said so many people are anti-Semites. None of that has really, really helped to mend or build a bridge between the black and Jewish community. What's built bridges is when people visit museums and work together and do programs in the hood and find common ground where they can build strong relationships, because we have common enemies, the blacks and the Jews, and great purpose together. We have common experiences, and we are joint at the hip in our fight against white supremacy. Don't let them separate us. You can fix that, Kanye. So I say this publicly because he's got all the friends who do have his number, and I haven't spoken to him in months. And also saying it publicly, we will support you if you build your own. We hope you can fix your relationships. It would help us to support you more. We're proud of you. I personally have a long appreciation for everything you've done, from Jesus Walks to building your own, to becoming so successful and showing us how we can just defy the rules and build an empire. That's always inspiring. And anyway, that's just all I have on my mind this morning before class. But yes, build your own. You're free.
Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And that's it. Build your own. You should never have to be subjected to things like that. Ain't nothing wrong with having daughters. And that men need to have daughters. Daughters change you when you're a man. More than a son. Sons mostly gravitate to the mother. Daughters gravitate more to the fathers. That's just the dynamic of it. Because a father knows how he is with women. He damn sure don't want his daughter to be with guys like him. He gonna be, oh, no, not you, baby. I got to protect you. You got to make sure your daughter is on point. You know, they change a father. Daughters change fathers. Your whole mind state change. You're protective a lot more. You become a protector immediately, way more than you are with your son. Oh, well, daughters bring out that other side. Like me, I had to help raise my sister. So that was like my daughter to me. I had to learn how to prepare food. Well, daughters are going to do that. See, daughters are going to see all the things you did to your mother, your daughter going to do to you. You see, that's the thing with daughters. They always try to mother's patience because they're women. You see, that's the thing. See, my sister did that with my mom. My mom was going up the roof. She didn't have these problems with me because with a daughter is different. See, daughters are more cost driven too. You got to get their hair done. You got to do all this stuff. Boys, you just get them some clothes and they go outside and play. That's it. You get them some soap and water to wash their face and that's it. They set. The boys, low maintenance for us. Girls, it's a little different. And then when they start hitting that teenage, 12, 13, that's when you're going to be getting the pushback. You're going to start hearing them complain more and wanting to do things, and you won't let me do nothing. And all, yeah, you're going to get that in the 13s, in the teenage world. They're going to start pushing back. And they get on mom's nerves. Mom's gonna be, where's my stuff? And then her stuff, she's gonna be stealing from mom, using mom's makeup, using mom. Mom will be, where's my stuff? And we're the only two women in the house. I know they don't have it. And the fact that she sit there lying about it just makes my mom get more and more mad. And she ain't good about hiding it either. So that's hilarious to me. I miss those days. I miss those days, man. That's, they grow up so fast. And I still remember picking her up from daycare. She got the dust everywhere. She'd have been playing in the playpen. He said, my mom ain't played. Right, exactly. Said, yeah, my mom ain't played. That ain't need no daddy for that. I'll tell you, that's what I'm saying. So they change you, like before my sister got here, I was entirely different. But when my sister got here, I had to, right there, they changed it. It was like that protective thing comes right in, that protective gene kick right in. The moral of this story is to save your daughter from the streets. Like Chris Rock said, you got one goal in life. Keep your daughter off the stripper pole. But now it's like keep them off the catwalk. Why is it called the catwalk? Do you know? Because in between your legs, a woman's vajayjay, another word for it is cat. It's an old school word. Kitty cat. West Side people still use it. West Side Chicago ain't changed, and they have not modified. They are stuck in 1970. I don't know where did it happen, but it's like a unique throwback in time. They are stuck in 1970 and they ain't leaving it. They got a can of Slits beer, and I think Slits has been out of business for about 20 years. They say still got Slits. Shoot, they are stuck in 1970. So that cat. So it's a catwalk. When they come on that stage, the catwalk. So that tells you right there what they doing on the catwalk. They are not selling a product. It's people dressing them up, these designers putting these models in all their clothes. Like, oh, that outfit is great. That's for their wives to look at. These multimillionaire guys are looking at all that cat walking across that stage, and they want the cat. Said my aunt told me a feline came from here looking for you. A feline. Yeah, I heard that before too. But yeah, this is very sad, and we're gonna go into the Patreon version of this as soon as I end this video. So I want to say thank y'all for coming out and supporting my channel, all the super chats. My Cash App is Carcino if you want to donate there instead and don't have the super chat thing. My Patreon is Carcino for life. I might make it all access. So I'm going to make this video all access. All my all access members, you will get to see this video on the Patreon. So we finna roll right into that. So everybody here who my Patreons, y'all know to get ready because it's coming. All right. Thank y'all. Shouts out to Kwame Brown Bus Life. Welcome to HDIITV, Jag Sports with Jose Rodriguez, and Armando Black TV. He's doing a good thing exposing people. The Star Report is doing a good job. So, all right. We out. Deuces. See y'all on the Patreon.